Hello, I'm Sandra Williams and this is Jack, and today we're just going to run through the fitting of the Dually Halter. The first thing I like to do when I'm going to present my Dually Halter to one of my horses is to ensure that the two straps that go around the face are on a loose buckle. I happen to have got them on buckle number 1 here, and that means that when I'm offering it to their nose, it's this nice big space. I'm then going to lay both of those nose, so that's the training rope, the training nose rope, and this is the main frame of the halter. I'm going to lay them across the palm of my hand. That's my left hand. I'm going to pop the headpiece in between my thumb and forefinger. So I've got it all in one hand, my left hand. I'm going to give Jack a stroke so he knows I'm here, and then I'm going to give him a hug, any excuse for a hug. As I give him a hug, I'm going to release the headpiece over his neck, but keep hold of the two nose straps in my left hand. So I'm behind his eye, and that way I can take it up to his nose. I'm out of his face. I don't feel I'm crowding him. And also what's really helpful, if like me you happen to be a little bit vertically challenged, it's so much easier when you're going to catch up a big 17-hand hunter or eventer, and it's very hard sometimes to reach up over their headpiece, and sometimes we end up crowding the horse's face. So being behind here, I'm less intrusive, less imposing. The other thing that I'm doing while I'm going around and just fitting and trying to get the best fit I can for Jack is that I'm keeping it out of all the keepers until I'm really sure that I've got a good fit. And sometimes, like with a girth, you might go back after 5 minutes of working with the Dually and just have a little recheck and a readjust. I can get my hand all the way round here so I know that Jack can move every part of his face. The training rope is not impeding on the nostrils, on their breathing apparatus. It's got some slack in it, so it's not tight. Sometimes it will just sit near the bone or on the bone of their cheek piece. I'd like it really ideally just to be a little bit lower like that, but it really does depend on the length of their face as to whereabouts it will sit. But it's worth just shifting these around a little bit so you've got a bit of an L shape here. It's nice and snug up into the throat, and if after a few minutes, like even now, I think, well, maybe that is a bit loose, I can go back in like I would with a girth and just take it up another hole, and then I give it a little sort of, yeah, that's good. So it's got a little bit of movability, a little bit of spin, but it's not going to go into his eyes. It's not going to impede his breathing. It's nice and high, and I'm happy with that fit. You happy, Jack? And then the last thing I'm just going to show is taking the Dually off, and this is more about thinking about your body language, really. So I've finished doing my work with Jack, and I'm going to undo the headpiece. I don't need to worry about the other two because gravity will help. I'm going to drop that down and then just keep my eye on Jack and my shoulders square as I walk away. What a good boy.